Namaste friends, I am Dr. Samir Nandan, general physician and expert in diabetes. Today I am going to talk to you about acidity. Acidity is also called hyperacidity, indigestion, acid peptic disease, and it may progress on to become gastric or peptic ulcer. Let us discuss what acidity means. We have hydrochloric acid in our stomach which aids in digestion. For whatever reason, if the amount of acid increases in the stomach, that is called acidity, and it can lead to a lot of discomfort. Let me divide the symptoms of acidity under three heads. Symptoms that are related to the heart, that are related to the stomach, and those related to the intestines. First of all, the heart related symptoms include a kind of discomfort or heaviness or tightness in the heart, in the chest region, or there could be some burning sensation in the chest or pain in the chest. There could be sore burps into the throat, and there could be throat pain. And the symptoms related to the stomach are a kind of fullness in the stomach or a burning sensation, frequent appetite. Though you may have consumed a meal now, you will feel hungry in a short duration. That is not real hunger, but it is false hunger or pseudo hunger. And the stomach can be tight or it can be bloated. And the symptoms related to the intestine are flatulence. People will be passing a lot of gas, and there can be constipation. One more symptom of acidity is a kind of bitter taste in mouth. Food doesn't taste good and the mouth always feels bitter. Now let us understand why this acidity develops. There are three major reasons for acidity. One, related to the brain, two, related to food, and three, related to the medicines. Brain contributes to acidity through stress. Nowadays, everybody is so stressed about something or other. So, stress directly results in increase in acid production in the stomach. Those with stress must definitely consider ways to bring it down. Second thing is our dietary habits. We should know what to eat, how much to eat, and when to eat. Wrong food in wrong quantity at wrong time can lead to acidity. Number three, the medicines that we consume. Especially these days, many people are going for the painkillers, diclofenac, aceclofenac, ibuprofen, naproxen, and many more. All these painkillers have a tendency to increase the acid production. So we must keep the consumption of painkillers to the minimum. Even the doctors prescribe them only for a duration of 3 to 5 days or maximum 10 days. But people tend to abuse them for longer duration. One must not do it, and one must remain away from the painkillers to the extent possible. The second in line are the steroids. These days many people have consumed steroids for COVID related reasons, and many people take steroids for asthma also. And in the villages, the quacks prescribe steroids for no reason really, and these steroids in the long run result in acidity. And apart from this, some medicines related to diabetes or the blood sugar increase acidity. For example, high dose of metformin like 2500 milligrams, 3000 milligrams will lead to acidity. And also the voglibose and acarbose, which are also diabetic drugs, they also result in acidity. If you are consuming these drugs and you have acidity symptoms, your doctor will help you there. Now let us discuss how to reduce or how to cure our acidity. Number one, we have to address our mind. We have to find ways to remain peaceful and calm. For that, everybody needs yoga. Little yogasanas and the basic pranayamas, even when practiced for 10 minutes or so during the day, will help in a long way in reducing acidity. Number two, the diet, food. Now let us see the kind of food that increases acidity. Chili, be it raw or the red chili or the dried chili or the chili powder, increases acidity. Second in line is tamarind. Third is the fried food. Fourth is the spices used in masala. 5 is the non-vegetarian food. All of these increase acidity a lot. So we must reduce the consumption of these items to the minimum. And also the English vegetables such as potato, carrot, beetroot, cabbage, cauliflower, all of these increase acidity. Milk and milk products cause acidity for a lot of people. For those people, it is better to reduce the consumption of milk, or else they can dilute the milk with water. For 50% milk, one must add 50% water, and that can be consumed. And milk products such as paneer also increase acidity. Apart from food, the habits of tobacco or alcohol, be it cigarette smoking or consumption of alcohol, they really increase acidity in a big way. So we must keep these habits to minimum or zero. Thirdly, about the medication. If at all we are consuming any medicine that has a propensity to increase our acidity, we must consult our doctor and come out of those medicines or reduce the dosage of the same. It is also important to know when we must consume our food. It is extremely important that our breakfast is over before 8 or 8:30 am, and the lunch should be over before 1 o'clock or 1:30 maximum. And most importantly, the dinner must be over before 8 o'clock and ideally around 7 o'clock. If it is not possible, at least finish the dinner before 8:30 pm. And also note that after dinner, we must never lie down flat on bed for the next 3 hours or at least 2.5 hours, because during that time the acid still remains in the stomach and one must be erect during that time. We can either sit or stand or take a light stroll, but never lie down flat. Now the next question is it good to take medicines for acidity? Well, if it is unavoidable, we may consume medicines under doctor's supervision, but mind you, all the medicines being taken for acidity do have side effects. For example, pantoprazole, omeprazole, rabeprazole, ranitidine, famotidine, all of those have side effects in the long run. We must not overly suppress the acid production. We need acid in the stomach. It is also a barrier for the harmful bacteria that we may ingest along with our food. So we can take those medicines in moderation. Generally, it is not advisable to take them beyond a month. In few cases, under doctor supervision, that may extend up to few months to years, but generally speaking, it is better to reduce the consumption of medicines to 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And it is a little bit safer to take the antacids such as Gelusil or Digene, 2 to 3 teaspoons, 30 minutes after food. That also occasionally. We should not make it a habit. And the commercial products such as Eno, the soda bicarb, that also helps in reducing the acidity. But these also must not be consumed too frequently. Maintaining a good amount of water intake helps heal acidity. One must drink 2 to 2.5 liters of water every day, even if we feel like drinking or not. Another good home remedy is the buttermilk, which is not really very sour. So one can drink around 1 liter of buttermilk every day. Barley water also helps in reducing acidity. So friends, to summarize the whole thing, understand that acidity comes because of the mind, because of the food timings, or the medicines that we take, and the habits like alcohol and smoking that we may have. And I also enumerated the various symptoms of acidity by which you can diagnose the illness. And finally, I also told you the different food habits that one must follow, the timings, and also the way to reduce the medicines that result in increasing the acidity. Dear friends, thank you so much for listening to this video. I'm going to come up with many more health videos in future. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel. See you all again soon.